Hello everyone. Today our topic is eukaryotic transcription or transcription in eukaryotic cell. So, in case of eukaryotes, the transcription occurs in the nucleus with the help of three separate forms of RNA polymerase enzymes. Okay, its polymerase transcribes different types of RNAs. So simply, in case of eukaryotic cell, the true nucleus is present, and you know the DNA or the genetic material is always found inside the nucleus, and that is why always the transcription process, which means the production of RNA from DNA, that process always occurs inside the nucleus. And when the RNA is formed during this process, after that this RNA moves or diffuses out to the cytoplasm, and in the ribosome the next process of the central dogma, which is called the translation process, that occurs. Okay, simply in the nucleus the transcription occurs, and in the cytoplasm the translation process occurs in case of eukaryotic cell. So today our topic is only the transcription process in eukaryotes. That means how the RNA is formed. Basically here we are pointing only the messenger RNA. So specially how the messenger RNAs are produced from the DNA molecule, because all the messenger RNA contains the messages, that means all the informations from DNA, and it carries all these informations to the ribosome for the protein production. That's why the production of messenger RNA and its processing are very important. So here see, in case of eukaryotic cell, the transcription occurs with the help of three different forms of RNA polymerase enzyme, and each RNA polymerase enzyme produces different types of RNA. Like here see, the RNA polymerase 1, here see number 1, the form 1 means the RNA polymerase 1 enzyme which produces the ribosomal RNA. Okay, and the RNA polymerase 2, the second one, which produces the messenger RNA or small nuclear RNA. Then the RNA polymerase 3, which forms or which produces the transfer RNA. So these three RNAs are very important for the production of protein, that means for the translation process. One is the ribosomal RNA, one is called as the messenger RNA, one is called as the transfer RNA, and all these three different forms of RNAs are produced by different forms of RNA polymerase. But do you remember that in prokaryotic transcription the RNA polymerase consists of 5 subunits: 2 alpha, 1 beta, 1 beta prime, and 1 sigma factor. Okay, but in case of eukaryotic cell there are three different forms of RNA polymerase. These are RNA polymerase 1, RNA polymerase 2, and RNA polymerase 3. And these three different RNA polymerases produce different types of RNAs. So remember, one forms the transfer RNA, two forms the pre-messenger RNA or simply the messenger RNA and small nuclear RNA. Then the three form the transfer RNA. Okay, so move to the next one. So here you can see in this slide, you can see these are the differences between the eukaryotic RNA polymerase and prokaryotic RNA polymerase. So here see, in case of the eukaryotes these three are the different forms of RNA polymerase, but in case of prokaryotic cell the only one type of RNA polymerase which consists of these 5 different subunit. So this is the main difference between the RNA polymerase between the prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. Okay, so now guys, let's move to the next slide. Here see, now the steps involved in the eukaryotic transcription. So first one, the initiation or the chain initiation. So how the process of transcription begins in case of the eukaryotic cell. So RNA polymerase enzyme always binds to the promoter region like before. RNA polymerase enzyme binds to the promoter site of DNA molecule. In case of eukaryotes, the promoter site is called as the Hogness box, or which is rich in the TATA, that means the thymine and adenine, Tata box. Okay, so now When the RNA polymerase enzyme binds to the promoter region of the template DNA strand, then simply this way the process of transcription begins. Okay, so now let's move to the next one. Now the elongation, very simple process. So when the RNA polymerase binds to the promoter site of the template DNA strand, it unwinds, that means open the DNA double helix by breakdown of the hydrogen bond between the two strands of DNA and move progressively, adding nucleoside triphosphate to the growing RNA chain. That means when the RNA polymerase binds to the promoter site of the DNA, the RNA polymerase unwinds the DNA double helix by breakdown of the hydrogen bond, and it moves progressively along with the DNA strand by addition of nucleoside triphosphate to the growing RNA chain. That means simultaneously or progressively it polymerizes the ATP, GTP, CTP and UTP, and this way it will form one long chain of the RNA strand. Okay, so now the next one and third one, that is the termination. So when the RNA polymerase enzyme reaches the chain termination sequence or the termination region in the template DNA strand, then the process of transcription stops or terminates. Okay, so in case of eukaryotes, two types of termination events takes place. One is called as a self-terminating event and one is called as the protein regulated termination. That means simply when the RNA polymerase reaches the terminator or termination sequence in the DNA, then the transcription process terminates, or simply there are some proteins which also can terminate the process of transcription in case of eukaryote. So what is the difference between the eukaryotic and prokaryotic transcription? So first difference in the RNA polymerase, and the second difference is in the initiation factor and the terminator factor. That means in case of prokaryotic cell, the sigma factor recognizes the initiation point, that means the promoter site, but in case of eukaryotic transcription, there is no that type of factor which can recognizes the promoter site. Okay, but here see, in case of termination, in prokaryotic cell, the Rho factor is found. Rho factor terminates the process of transcription, but in case of the eukaryotic transcription, there are some protein are found which can terminate the process of transcription or simply the terminate itself. That means itself means when the RNA polymerase reaches the termination point, then it terminates. Okay, that is the simple process. So this is all about the eukaryotic transcription. So here see, very important point. In eukaryotic transcription, this is the very important difference between prokaryotic and eukaryotic transcription, because in case of eukaryotic transcription, the primary transcript, that means the primary product means the first RNA produced from the DNA strand in eukaryotes is called as the precursor messenger RNA or heterogeneous nuclear RNA. Why it is known as the heterogeneous nuclear RNA? Because the first RNA produced from the DNA contains two types of sequences. One is called as the coding sequence, one is called as the non-coding sequence. That means exon and introns, and that is why, because of presence of two different types of sequences, this RNA is called as the heterogeneous nuclear RNA. And why it is known as the precursor messenger RNA? Because this is the first transcript or first messenger RNA produced from DNA, and that is why this is called as the precursor or pre. Okay, the first one, the pre or precursor messenger RNA, which is also called heterogeneous nuclear RNA. So only after few modification of this heterogeneous nuclear RNA, this hnRNA or precursor messenger RNA is said to be the functional messenger RNA. Okay, and these modifications are called as the post-transcriptional modification of hnRNA, or simply post-transcriptional modification of the precursor messenger RNA very important. Why? Because in case of prokaryotes there is no heterogeneous nuclear RNA or no precursor messenger RNA, because they produce the direct functional RNA where there is no non-coding sequences. Only the coding sequences are found in those RNAs in case of the prokaryotic transcription, and that is why there is no modification in the messenger RNA, and that is why they can simultaneously produce the protein along with the transcription process. But in case of eukaryotic cell, the transcription process occurs in the nucleus, after which the first transcript or first product of this process is modified or processed to become one complete or the functional messenger RNA. After that, it goes into the cytoplasm in the ribosome where the protein will be produced. Okay. So remember guys, this is very important for your examination. That means write the processing of the heterogeneous nuclear RNA, or simply write the post-transcriptional modification of the precursor messenger RNA. Okay. So now here see, this is the diagrammatic representation. So you can see here, this is the promoter site here, yes, and this is the terminator site. This is the terminator, this is the promoter site. So always the RNA polymerase binds to this promoter site and the process of transcription begins. Okay, so here see, after transcription this RNA strand is formed, which direction is from the 5 prime to 3 prime, but this RNA is called as the primary transcript or pre-mRNA, not mRNA directly but pre-mRNA, because this is non-functional mRNA or messenger RNA. Okay, so after the processing, these are the processing, after 3 processing, that means capping, tailing and the splicing process, this pre-mRNA is converted into this one, which is the functional messenger RNA. Okay, so after this modification there are 3 modification. One is called as the capping, one is called as the tailing, and the another one is called as the splicing. So after this 3 modification, this pre-messenger RNA or this heterogeneous nuclear RNA will become the functional messenger RNA where there is no introns. Okay, so in this strand there are no introns, only the exons present. Exons means, here see, these are the exon, these are the intron. The exons are the coding strand. Coding means simply which carries the information for the protein structure, and introns are non-coding sequence, that means which does not carry any information for the protein structure, and that is why this should be removed from this pre-mRNA, and all these exons or coding sequences are joined together finally, which will become the functional messenger RNA. Okay, so after this 3 modification, this pre-mRNA or heterogeneous nuclear RNA will become the functional messenger RNA, after which the translation process will begin in the cytoplasm. Okay guys, so this is all for today. So in our next class we will start about the modification of the messenger RNA in eukaryotic cell. Okay, what are the 3 different types of modification and how it will become the functional RNA. So all these topics will be discussed in our next class. Till then, take care.